Hey everybody, Jim Perry here. Welcome to Backroads Metal Detecting. So, spring has sprung here in southeast Minnesota. I have been waiting for weeks for a day like today. We, if you recall, a couple of weeks ago had a day in the mid-40s and I was out here at this permission. But we are going to have a string of at least the next 8 to 10 days, very much like today. So I am back at a favorite permission. You may recall from last fall, there was a road that came through here where you see the two large trees behind me. There was a home and a working farm right there. It has been gone for some time. The farm that was here, the home itself was torn down several years ago, but I would guess was built as early as maybe the 1870s. Some of the items I'm finding are leading me to believe that based on the coins and suspender clips and some of the other farm tools and items I'm finding here. So I've got a couple of hours, maybe as long as 3 hours. Again, the weather is absolutely gorgeous, a little bit warm or windy, excuse me, but I will deal with that just fine. Let's get the detector out of the truck and see what we might be able to come up with right away. Catch you on the first dig. So I have slowly been making my way up the hill from my truck on the north side of this property toward, again, where the home stood right between these trees with several buildings. And the road would have gone through about where I'm at here. There were some trees at one time here. And I've got my first significant target. The ground is very frozen here, down about an inch and a half down. You may notice I'm running a different machine today. I don't have my XP or X with me. There was something wrong with the battery, so another one is getting sent. That machine is completely wireless, meaning that the remote has its own battery as well as the coil, and it was malfunctioning and not holding its charge. So today I am running the Simplex Plus along with the stock 11-inch coil. I've been flipping back and forth between field and Park 1 with sensitivity turned up and a little discrimination. Again, my first significant target here. I would expect to find lots of these here. We'll have to see. It is a shotgun shell stamp, and you'll notice it's shorter, which is going to mean there's some age to it. This is definitely going to be an older shell. Let me wipe this off carefully, see what kind it is, and we'll get an idea of when this may have been shot. So this shell is a Winchester New Rival number 10. This particular shell was made between the years 1897 and 1927. So totally makes sense based on what else I've been finding out here, that this shell would be over 100 years old, or likely over 100 years old. I know when I find the shorter ones, that is mostly the case. Never mind finding these out here, because it is probably the easiest way I have found to get a good idea of how old a property might be. So I will gladly take that home with me today. So it has been an extremely quiet last hour. I've now made my way just to the east side of where the home would have been, and I probably walked over this target multiple times, maybe even ignoring it. Loud signal, but very, very sloppy, very choppy, squeaky. But I have another relic, and it does date the property very, very well. I've already been online. I wish I had dug this live, because this is an interesting piece. I'm going to have to look a little bit more when I get home to find more information about this company. But this says, and it's only partial lettering, so I was able to get it eventually by looking online. It's the Lunkenheimer company out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Lunkenheimer had made several different things, even through the Civil War, but then they got into plumbing and valve work with brass. The reason I say this dates the property is, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it very well, but there is a patent date of February 21st, 1893. So very glad to have that. I love anything that's got dates or lettering on it to do some research. So I'm going to make my way back and forth up a few of these corn rows here and see what else might turn up over here. Well, it's a good thing I moved over here now that things are popping up. Another one of these. Again, I really never get sick of finding these while metal detecting. It's another short one, which means it is going to be a bit older. A Remington Express. So it has been, again, another very quiet hour. I'm back on the south side of this property, just over the hill, and every once in a while, of course, you're going to have surface finds, which is what this is. I am not 100% positive. It looks like the end to a skeleton key, but I'm not sure that that's what it is. This is all iron. Whatever was on the end is broken off. I'm not sure if it was a handle for something, or maybe possibly, I suppose it could have been a large skeleton key to lock one of the barns up out here. Not sure, but either way, we'll take that and be happy with it. I'm going to probably clean this up, see what it looks like in the next few weeks at home. And with that, I am going to call it a day. Although it is still beautiful out, nearly 50 degrees, clear skies, and the wind really has died down quite a bit. That said, the ground is still far too frozen, even out here in the field where the sun has hit it. At most, I was able to dig down maybe an inch. The woods will be even more frozen than that. But like most metal detectorists from this part of the country, we have been itching to get out for weeks now to enjoy time outside, playing in the dirt, and seeing what relics we might be able to find. So I've made my way back out to my truck, and I've got my very few finds set up for a quick wrap-up. So nothing extremely special today, and I did not get to all of these as I dug them or picked them up, but going through the items, did find part of another bottle. We've got the two older shotgun shells. Again, this one from late 1890s up until 1927. Always finding pieces of brick and pottery, glassware on this property. I did find 3 rivets, which came out very, very strong with the detector. I'm not exactly sure why. Then the only reason I saved this, very interesting, a piece of barbed wire, probably fencing, that was in the shape of a cross. So very, very cool. I'll take that. I thought that was kind of interesting. And then what I'm going to assume is the broken off end of a skeleton key, and the one piece with information on it today, the brass piece to a cap, maybe a valve adjuster from the Luckenheim company out of Cincinnati. I will have to do some more research on them when I get home. And with that, I will be heading home. Again, I'm very grateful to the property owner for the ongoing permission to come out here and detect as often as I wish. So I've got a couple of very exciting permissions for over the next month. One of them in a community about an hour north of where I live, to hit a very, very, very old property with a couple of other YouTubers, Twin Diggers, Minnesota. I am very much looking forward to that entire weekend, There will be there for, I believe, 3 days. I'm going to be able to make it at least 2, maybe even a third full day to hit all parts of that property, not only to go metal detecting, but to learn a bit more about bottle digging, which is something that they really enjoy doing as well. So, time to head home and enjoy the rest of the evening before getting back to school tomorrow. As always, thanks for joining me again today. Hope to see you again soon.